it's Al. Williams for real here with the Link Agency. And as you know, I got some as you know, I got something to say. You might like it, you might love it, you might even hate it, but anything you stay in my DMs. So let's get right on into it. So do you happen to know her? Well, let me help you out. Her name is not Karen. Her name is actually Emily. She's a part of the General Service Administration. What is that, you might ask? Well, General Service Administration is also known as GSA, is the transitional department for the president. They transition one president out and put a new president in. Well, unfortunately, they are very right-winged in the administration, and unfortunately, they have blocked all transitionings. And so, unfortunately, the Biden camp, Kamala, can't get into the White House or get any details or clearance or anything that they need to have for the White House to know what's been going on for the last 4 years. Well, unfortunately, on Tuesday, they said they're going to transition. And you know who said they're going to do that? Mitch McConnell. I'll believe it when I see it.
Custom art by Tratina, where we paint and then we create and then we paint all over again. Just like a boss. Custom arts by Tratina.
Oh, and speaking of believing it when I see it, you know, someone had some charges brought up against them. Gun charges. I wonder if their president is going to help.
Senator in particular irks me. A Senator Kelly Loeffler, not elected, but appointed just a couple months ago.
Records show Leffler and her husband, whose company owns the U.S. Stock Exchange, sold stock valued between $1.3 and $3.1 million.
Kelly Leffler bought and sold stock shortly after a classified briefing on the virus.
They knew the market was going to tank, and they sold based on that inside information.
Some of the holdings she shed were in energy, automotive, retail, and airlines.
Look, Marie, it's not just what she sold, but it's actually what she bought. They bought things like Amazon, Citrix Systems, company that obviously was going to do well during a shutdown.
While still reassuring citizens that the U.S. was prepared.
We have Americans across the country who have seen their 401ks plummet. Were you trading on inside information about what was coming?
Folks, this woman is knee-deep in the swamp, and she just got there.
So yes, this Lil Wayne situation. So let me get into it. So you remember on the last episode, you can watch my last episode on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. But anyway, Lil Wayne. So yes, you see it, 10 years. He can get 10 years for a gun charge. I was just thinking to myself, you know, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, and Ice Cube were also pro-Trump just a few weeks ago. I'm just so sure that you guys can give him a call. But for, you know, like 50 Cent, he's already backpedaling. He was on a radio show today trying to say that he didn't take no money and it was all propaganda, it was all a lie. But girl, we saw you and you canceled as fuck. First time watching, I got something to say. Well, the Link Agency is here to help you catch up. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. You can even find us on Facebook. Like us, y'all. You can even find me some personal information about how to be a brand ambassador, how to even be an influencer, how to get big brands to follow you. At Al.Williams for real here on Instagram. You can even follow me on Facebook, or you can find me even on YouTube because I love to sing, and you can find me live singing on Smule. I'll see you soon. Anyway, well, Lil Wayne got these charges, and all I'm gonna say, he got 238, judges in there, and you are friends with the president. I mean, you did say you thought he was gonna win. I mean, he's still in office technically until Al.Williams for real here, and I think it's a privilege and an honor to be a brand ambassador and influencer for Jamaican Mango and Lime. So if you don't know by now, I have been in the hair game for over 10 years. Yes, I have my hands in a lot of pots. But with that being said, go right on over to their website at JamaicanMangoLime.com or visit them right there on Instagram at Jamaican Mango and Lime. Hit that follow button, just like we're doing right now. Ooh, this is my favorite part of the show is Blackotics. Let's go.
Blackotics, the activity associated with the governance of African American lives and or when our culture is entangled in political propaganda with a negative outcome.
So let me give you some history about Morris Brown. Morris Brown is the actual university that is resided in Atlanta, Georgia. It was established in 1881. It's a historical black college. If you've never heard of it, you've probably heard of Drumline, you've probably heard of the Quad, and you've probably heard of School Days. If you've never heard of those three, it's okay, because I'm going to give you some history right now. So Morris Brown, again, was established in 1881, where they had one of the biggest and best bands back in the day. And if you didn't notice any of that, you should watch Drumline. It's really, really good. But anyway, moving forward. Well, Morris Brown lost their accreditation between 1998 and 2002 for mishandling of funds. Well, the blessing 20 years later, last week, they received their accreditation back. Now, the blessing about them receiving their accreditation back, that means students can come back, faculty can come back, and the parents of the students can move back on in the area, which means we can actually get them to vote. Maybe not for January the 5th for the runoff, but for the re-election in 2 years.